Hey guys, it's Adam Hart here. Welcome to my Power Food Kitchen. Super stoked to have you here today. We're going to do the raw brownie. It's out of my book, E3 for Life. And I know many of you have connected with the book and connected with me in regards to really getting familiar with how easy it can be to start to increase your ability to gain access to the idea of being abundantly happy and healthy. And I'm super happy to be able to share these recipes with you in a way that's meaningful and easy. And that's the whole premise. Everything I want to show you is based on it being easy. So this recipe, the raw brownie recipe, is so simple. We're talking about 4 ingredients. One of them is water. So basically we're talking about 3 ingredients. When you get these 3 ingredients going, it's pretty cool how you can create an unbelievable raw brownie in less than 5 minutes. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Right now I'm bringing out some of the ingredients that I'm going to be putting into the raw brownies. Now unfortunately, I don't have raw almond butter. Sometimes I'll make it myself, but most of the time I just buy it in the jars like so. So this one is roasted. But if you can get it raw, that's the way that you'd want to have it. But I have roasted, so I'm going to use the roasted. So essentially what we got is the 3 ingredients. I'm going to leave the one aside just for now. But I've got the dates. And I wanted to show you the dates in the 3 different versions that you can pretty much find dates. Essentially you got your pitted dates, or the ones with pits. So these guys have pits in them. And then you can also find them without the pits inside. And then you've got your bricks that you can kind of find at all the different grocery stores. I tend to use all 3 kinds depending on where the source is. I love to use organic dates when possible, definitely as far as avoiding pesticides, but definitely the stickiness, so much stickier. So when binding together as far as making bars and especially the brownies, phenomenal way to have it. Essentially dates are the healthiest simple sugar that you can eat. It will spike your insulin and give you a crash, but it all depends on what else you're going to add into the date, to the bars that's going to help control your blood sugar. And that's where the almonds come in. And then obviously the other main ingredient is the cacao powder. This is all raw chocolate. And I'll talk lots about raw chocolate in a lot of my videos and whatnot. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop these guys up, and I'm going to use the ones that are already pitted. Now portion-wise, I don't tend to focus too much on portions. Now in my book, it definitely portions this out for you, but for what I'm going to do today, I'm not focusing on any portions. I'm just showing you how easy this is. Essentially all I'm doing is chopping up the dates. They're already pitted, these guys. And I'm just going to add them into my food processor. Essentially, when you're cooking with plant-based foods, ideally you want to be using 4 main kitchen gadgets, and the food processor is definitely one of the key ones that makes this super easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw those in there, and I'll get rid of these guys as well, and I'll just make sure all the pits are gone, because you don't want to throw them in the food processor. I've gone through quite a few food processors putting them in there with pits, and that's not fun, because then you got to end up spending more money on a food processor. So I'll just get these done. Look how sticky these are. That's the way you want your dates, nice and sticky. Usually you find that with the raw or the organic dates. You can see like this brick, pretty stiff, pretty hard. That's kind of how you find a lot of dates that are commercially produced or commercially available. But when you can find them that are super sticky, that's how you want to use them for your bars. So now we've got the almond butter. I'm going to go ahead and throw a big scoop of that. Nice big scoop. Yeah. Think. Okay. And I'm going to grab my raw cacao powder, throw in a couple nice big scoops of that in there. There we go. Now health benefits, obviously, for talking about almonds and cacao, such an array of different health benefits. And we're talking again the idea of plant-based foods. Everything that I teach is all based on kind of moving away from the processed and meat-based diets. Not necessarily avoiding them or eliminating them, but just get more closely related to our relationship with food in a way where we're engaging plant-based foods in a way that's easy. So you're not eliminating anything from your diet, you're just bringing in healthy sources of high nutrient-rich foods that make it easy for you to start to feel more energized. And then eventually you just start to do it on your own, and you start to eliminate on your own with a more supportive approach. So this is a great recipe for being able to have your sweet tooth, but actually give yourself something of actual health benefits. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in also just a little bit of water. Not too much, just maybe about a tablespoon or so, and I'm going to blend that up. Awesome. And then eventually what you start to create, it starts to create a pretty big ball in there. And that's essentially your brownie. What I like to do is I like to take some chopped almonds afterwards and throw them into the mix so that it becomes an almond brownie that's actually got some chopped almonds in there as well. But I'm going to show you how this looks when it's done. Well, now here we have the finished product as far as once you've used your food processor to get your ingredients for the raw brownies together. That's essentially what you have, is kind of a big ball of mush. But man, it tastes good. You just give it a try. So the finished product, I've already got some here I wanted to show you. That's essentially what it looks like. What you want to do is you want to just pat this down into a baking dish with maybe some parchment paper into a bar size, just like that. You can see how great that looks. What I've done there is I've just put that in my fridge for about an hour, and the dates will just harden up so it actually becomes a bar. What I do with these is I make a huge batch and I leave them in my freezer. And then every day, you know, for a snack, I just pull one out, take it with me on the road. Don't have to make anything, it's already made, and it thaws out within 5 minutes. Phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. What you can also do, which it does mention in the tip section after the recipe, is you can take these guys and actually roll them and create yourself some chocolate truffles, which is pretty neat. So essentially just grab a little bit and you roll it into a ball. And now you have a chocolate truffle. You can now coat that with anything you want, whether it's coconut, hemp seeds, which phenomenal nutritional powerhouse food, superfood. You just roll it up, whatever you want to cover it with. I can show you, I'll use a little bit of the hemp seeds. Usually I'll do this on a separate bowl, but just to show you how easy this is. I've taken this to so many different parties that people can't believe what they're eating, but there you go. There you got raw truffles, brownie truffles that are phenomenal. Plus you add the hemp seeds on there like we've done here, and it helps control your blood sugar even more. So it's really, really a powerful boost and a phenomenal way to keep your energy going throughout the day. So I hope you like that recipe, and I got more for you coming up. And stay tuned to many more of the videos, and check out powerfood.com for my blog and other ways to stay in touch with myself and the Power Food family. Look forward to seeing you guys again soon.